wanna see in the air as high as you can reach, because help to emphasize the power of speech. You know that allow each of us to stay in touch.
And if it wasn't for you, you couldn't roll these.
We wanna see hands in the air as high as you can reach, because help to emphasize the power of speech. You know that allow each of us to stay in touch.
And if it wasn't for you, you couldn't do so.
We wanna see hands in the air as high as you can reach, because help to emphasize the power of speech. You know that allow each of us to stay in touch.
And if it wasn't for you, you couldn't do so much.
Yo, man, my hands know how to act fast when my mind is in the zone. I got my key to open locks when I'm finally home. Hands are what I use to grip this microphone, but sometimes when I'm alone, they help me hold up my dome.
Hands are what I use to wax on and wax off. Hands cover my mouth when I get a bad cough. Hands, they clap applaud, they help artists to draw. They paint perfect pictures, sometimes they squeeze triggers. I guess for every plus, then there's gotta be a minus. Some hands got rings encrusted with shiny diamonds. Some hold joints to get a little bit higher. My hands hold the light so I can spark this fire.
Put them together, get a vibe, clap, tap, or a shake. Back in the day, the coolest bikes always had a handbrake. But even with a shitty bike, I can still be the man. The only kid up on my block who could stop with no hands.
With no hands, there's no mic checks or paid bills. No graffiti, no DJs cutting up and showing skill. With them, you can do simple math.
Right.
Or raise your hand to ask a favorite star, but here's a her autograph.
Sometimes I like to place some gently on my lady friend's hip, so I got pull her close to me when she asked me for a kiss. Without them, it'd be kinda hard to make this list. I recognize that if they left me, they'd be greatly missed. Hands in the air as high as you can reach, because helps to emphasize the power of speech. You know that allow each of us to stay in touch, and if it wasn't for you, you couldn't do so much. Hands in the air as high as you can reach, because helps to emphasize the power of speech. You know that allow each of us to stay in touch.
And if it wasn't for you, you couldn't do so much.
What you do, man?
So I use my hands to stamp this letter, put them up to my mouth and you can hear me better. If I didn't have hands, well, this wouldn't be written. And if it wasn't for hands, the punches wouldn't be hitting.
When I was little, man, my hands were like some smoking guns. Most always knew something was up when I was hiding one. Trying to pull the wool on her, should I be better off dead? Seems like every time I got caught, these joints was red. One of the best things about them is opposable thumbs. Don't get mad by being dusty, searching for albums, or having to open doors, cans, jars, or windows. You can lick one, stick it up, and see which way the wind blows.
My hands are nice with the phone and punching in numbers. Look out below, cause I use them for splitting lumber. With no AC, they keep me cool in the summer. Hands, crafts, and cymbals played by my drummer.
They interlock behind my head when I'm laying back in the cut. So far, they're my favorite tool for racking the blood. Now that might not be the best when it comes to holding fluids. Pinky's for picking boogies, and sometimes you gotta do it.
Turns out maybe they're better off left in pockets. With no hands, scientists wouldn't be building rockets. Maybe then peace would be a true world option.
I dig it.
Till then I'ma keep my fingers up, no stopping.
Hands in the air as high as you can reach, because helps to emphasize the power of speech. You know that allow each of us to stay in touch,
And if it wasn't for you, you couldn't do so.
we wanna see hands in the air as high as you can reach, because helps to emphasize the power of speech. You know that allow each of us to stay in touch,
And if